gonna go. Hmm. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, wherever you're watching from, and welcome to the Breakfast Club. Welcome, ladies. And this morning we're
Thank
going to
you.
have a little chat about what we wish we had known back then. From grandmas to go-getters, we're going to share a little bit about our knowledge and our wisdom from over the years. So, at that rate, one of the girls want to take it away?
Yeah. There's so much experience that we get from life. If we knew then what we know now would have been really exciting, right? But then I also think that we wouldn't be where we are if we didn't have all that experience. It makes us who we are today and how we can share with others and help others get through their whatever they're going through, give them some advice or whatnot. And it's always easier to give other people advice than to take our own. But we do have that knowledge and that wisdom, and we start where we are now. And as far as the business is concerned, yeah, for sure. I wish I never had worked in. Uh, again, I loved my career, so um, the only reason why I changed was because I didn't have the flexibility of time and the flexibility of deciding how much I was worth. And now I can do that for myself in my own business. And it's hard to explain to someone how life could be so much better, right? We don't have to work paycheck to paycheck and be up night shifts and weekends and holidays. And it basically, I've always felt like I was almost like a, a slave to the workplace. And we don't have to feel that way, but we need to get out of our that uh, training that we've been made into believing that we have to, you know, uh, finish school, go to college or university, get a job, and work for the rest of our life so that we can retire and hopefully have the health to enjoy a few years of good health and do what we want to do. But we don't have to do that. We have people that are retired as young as the age of 20, 45, 28 years of age that are retired right now and living a really good life, free to do what they want and help others do the same. So that is where I'm happy to be now.
Thank you, Josie. Yes, because when you look back at your life, hey, and you say, "I wish I had known that then." How much further would we be ahead? How much better off would the world be if we had
Hmm.
this back then?
Yeah.
And somebody had told us about it, because if we like it's I'm sure there's things out there that we wouldn't have had to work so hard back in the day if we knew about it. But you're in this own little place in your own little world, and this is how it is. I'm raised, I got to go to school, I got to get a job, then I get a family, and everything is supposed to be laid out for you. But life don't have to be that way. We can live it how we want. Life
Hmm.
is about living and enjoying things, right?
Yeah. Yeah. But and
Yeah.
I think back, well, 10 years ago, or let's say even 35 years ago, boy, I'm aging myself now. Um, I didn't even have the option of getting into this business because it wasn't available yet. It's 10 years old.
Mhm.
Again, I have to underline that it it came at the right time. I was looking for something. I was praying for something, and this, ticked off everything on the box that I was wanted it to
Mhm.
be. It's. I don't want to
Yes.
make it sound like it's the best in the world, but I've never worked in an environment where we always have help to get through whatever issues we have, and that's totally amazing.
It's so true. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely. For myself, I just actually was in a meeting on the weekend with another business partner, and I said, I wish I had stayed consistent with my computer training.
Mm,
Because of choices I made in employment, it took me away from staying on top of all the latest technologies and all. So there was a big learning curve. And not that you need to be tech savvy, like we've all talked about coming into this business. But if I could go back and give that advice to my younger self, I would stay more on top of that and make different choices when it came to my employment. So I would always have some training within my employment that
mm.
would keep me at a level that would have been a much easier transition coming into this business. So, but it's still doable. Like, if you can get on your phone and post a picture or do a post, you can do this.
Yeah.
And we have all the training, all of the education with all of us people here. And there's what, 280 plus thousand of us. There's quite a community you can tap into. But that would be the one thing that I would definitely tell my younger self. And once I did it, encounter this business, I would have gone back and said, click the button now, click it now, click it now, instead of waiting, and that would have changed, the trajectory of my business life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for me, I never had that much experience on a computer. So at all, like I worked in the healthcare field and I wasn't in an office. So yeah, it's although, it progressed to having to use a computer a lot of times, but it was never this kind of work on a computer. So yeah, there's always things to learn, right?
Oh my goodness.
And I love learning. So that was another positive for me. Like I'm willing to stay in here as long as as long as equal to what I was in healthcare. That's for sure. Not going anywhere.
Yeah. I know when I went back in the day when I was deciding what I wanted to be when I grow up, I wanted to be a secretary. Well, back in the day, there was no computers to be a secretary back then. We had a pen and paper. And when you did your accounting, everything was on paper. So when I opened my brick and mortar business, I had all books. There was nothing. I had to learn from scratch. It's not that many years ago that we came into when we had computers here, because I live in a pretty remote area in northern Newfoundland. And I tell you, like, when we look back and say, like, it's not that many years ago, we didn't have power. We didn't have water. And now we're computers where we're working online in front of everyone. So yes, if we had known then what we know now, wow, where would we be?
Right.
Well, and thanks for God for progress, right?
Yes,
Look at you now, It's great.
I was excited when we got the Smith Corona that it was electric. So going back, like you said, Pam, is paper, pen and paper, right?
Yeah.
As a bookkeeper, but I can remember, the old like typing, like just 1, 2, 3, right? And then when the Smith Corona, I think it was Smith. It was nice. Mine was nice and blue, and it was like so. Yeah, we've gone through quite a bit, and
Changing.
My dad's still looking for that typewriter. Give me that thing. I can. And it auto-corrected.
Yeah.
Right. That was our computer. I mean, my computer growing up, I called it. So we have come a long way when you think about, from what it was back then, and even like our parents.
Oh, wow.
They've seen a lot as we have as well too. And I'm sure we will see more, like our kids and grandkids. But I can remember.
Ask your kids what the Dewey Decimal System is.
That'll shock them.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was just that was the thought that came to my head.
No, that's okay.
Okay,
I can remember my eyes are just starting to tear, right? And that's the other thing we have when we get older, they dry eyes. The lighting, it's like, you think about when, as all of us in our age group here, whether we're mothers, grandmothers, aunts, and stuff, and we've gone through all kinds. And I think about my parents, are still with us right now, and what they think of. I was just thinking about the day that I was playing with my dad, trying to teach him to use WhatsApp on the cell phone, and I pulled out an emoji on him that makes his face funny, and he's like, "Oh my God!" Like, it was like an exploration, a new thing for him, right? So,
Yes.
and the other day he says, "Can we do that again?" So it's fun. It's fun learning at any age.
Absolutely.
So I'm glad with this business I've learned that, because and I gotta admit, the little secret too is even when you have younger ones with you, they have those little fingers. They already know. I think they're born with that pointer finger.
Oh, yes.
Right,
Yes.
with the cell phone or the iPads and stuff. They will always say paper and pen is the best thing, but there's just so much more of this world to explore.
Yes.
And talking about learning, like you was teaching your dad that, and just thinking about the kids today, like when they're little kids, like a year old, 2 years old, they're there with the phone. Give me that, Nana.
So
Give me that,
practicing it. Yeah.
And they're so smart at it. Like they can get in and open things up. They're just like little sponges. Can you imagine if we had that then?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah.
But we have it now.
We have it now.
So,
And thank
you know
goodness
what?
we're able to still learn.
Never too old to start, right?
No.
Never.
No.
That's like this business. Like we always say, like anybody can do it.
Yeah.
If you want to learn, just come on in, just take a look. There's nothing to going in to take a look, because the workshop is free. And it's 90 minutes of your time, or you can get a shorter version. Somebody beeping there. I'm not seeing anything.
It was me. Sorry.
Oh, that's you.
Somebody had to go to work.
And just come on in and watch the free workshop. And if you like anything you see here when we're here chatting, or if you hear something that you want more information on, just send one of us a message and we will help you out. That's what we're here for. People helping people.
That's right.
That's right.
I love my girls. Thank you.
Doing a great job. All right.
Have a good day and have a good weekend, everyone. God
Take
bless.
care.
Bye.
Bye
Push
for
any
now.
buttons. Push any buttons.